Hello, welcome to another video here on MF45 TV. I hope you're doing good. I certainly am. Today I want to talk about the American teams that are playing in this World Cup. And as always, I'm going to count them up first. The American teams that play in this World Cup are Curacao, Panama, Haiti, Paraguay, Canada, Mexico, Uruguay, USA, Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, and Argentina. Those are the 12 American teams that play in this World Cup. As always, I'm going to start with the team of whom I think is the weakest out of these teams. And I personally think that is Curacao. I think that Curacao is the weakest team because they've never played a World Cup before. This is their first World Cup. They don't have as much experience and quality in their squads. The biggest success was when they made it into the quarterfinals of the North and Central American Championships. Curacao are on the FIFA ranking list on the 82nd place. Their best players are Tahith Chong from Sheffield United, Rangelo Nyanga from FC Eindhoven, Jürgen Locadia from Miami FC, Leandro Bacuna from Igdir, Armando Obispo from PSV Eindhoven, Jorandi Zambo from Sparta Rotterdam, and Eloy Room from Miami FC. Curacao are playing in World Cup Group E together with Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. And my prediction for them is that they are going to finish on the 4th and last place of their group, because I think that the lack of experience that they have in their team will be an issue for them, as we have seen in the first game against Germany. That was a big issue for them. I think that will be the same against Ivory Coast and Ecuador. If you compare them to teams like Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador, those are teams that have a lot of experience and quality. They have players that play in the Champions League and on a regular basis. Their players have played together as a team in big tournaments before, so they have more experience than Curacao, of course. Although the fact that Curacao don't have anything to lose in this tournament could be a chance for them to cause some surprises. Like, for example, the goal against Germany, the first 30 minutes were very good against Germany. If they can keep that up, if they can if they can play like this more often, they can cause for some surprises. By the way, Curacao has qualified for the World Cup by winning the quali group with a whole of 12 points out of 6 games, 1 point in front of Jamaica. And now let's continue with Panama. Panama has played in one World Cup before, which was in 2018, where they went out in the group stages. They have also played in the North and Central American Championships 12 times, and their best result was when they finished second in 2005 and 2013 and in 2023. They have also participated in 2 Copa Americas, and they've made it into the quarterfinals in 2024. The best players are Adalberto Carrasquilla from Pumas Unam, Michael Amir Murillo from Besiktas Istanbul, Anibal Godoy from San Diego, Jose Cordoba from Norwich City, Ismael Diaz from Club Leon, and Jose Fallado from Universidad Católica, and Cecilio Waterman from Universidad de Concepción. Panama is playing in World Cup Group L together with England, Croatia, and Ghana. And my prediction for them is that they will finish on the 4th and last place of their group. Simply, I believe that they are the weakest team out of that group. England and Croatia have a team full of experienced players and that play Champions League football on a regular basis. And of course, they have players that have played in the World Cup and other big tournaments together before. And Panama is not, of course. Panama has qualified for the World Cup by winning the quali group with a whole of 12 points out of 6 games, 3 points ahead of Suriname. And Panama are on the 34th place of the FIFA ranking. Now let's continue with Haiti. Haiti has played in one World Cup before, which was in 1974, where they went out in the group stage. They've also played in 16 North and Central American Championships, and they won the tournament in 1973. Haiti's best players are Duncan Snason from Esteghlal FC, Sean Rigna Belegade from Wolverhampton Wanderers, Wilson Isidore from Sunderland, Franz Di Piero from Kaikur Rizespor, Denley Chin Chakwe from Philadelphia Union, and Hannes Delcroix from FC Lugano, and Johnny Placide from SC Bastia. Haiti is playing in World Cup Group C together with Brazil, Morocco, and Scotland. My prediction is that they will finish on the 4th place of that group, because I personally think that especially Brazil and Morocco will have an advantage to Haiti when it comes to individual quality. And of course, as we have seen in the game against Scotland, they have a lot of quality and experience too in their squad. That's why they won 1-0 against Haiti. But still, Haiti played a good game, I think. They didn't embarrass themselves. They did put up a good fight. And if they continue to do that against Brazil and Morocco, they did play a good World Cup already. Even though they might lose those games, Haiti has qualified for the World Cup by finishing their quali group on the first place with a whole of 11 points out of 6 matches, 2 points ahead of Honduras. Now let's go ahead with Paraguay. Paraguay has played in 9 World Cups so far, and the first one was in 1930. The best result was in the 2010 World Cup when they made it into the quarterfinals. Paraguay has also played in 39 Copa Americas, and they have won the tournament in 1953 and in 1979. Paraguay is on the 41st place of the FIFA ranking. The best players are Julio Enciso from RC Strasbourg, Diego Gomez from Brighton, Miguel Almiron from Atlanta United, Gustavo Gomez from Palmeiras, Omar Alderete from AFC Sunderland. Paraguay is playing in World Cup Group D together with the USA, Turkey and Australia. Well, in the making of this video, Paraguay has lost their first game against the USA, and I think that even though the USA were playing a very good game, Paraguay didn't play such a good game, I think, which is part of the reason why they lost 4-1. Maybe against Australia, although that's going to be very hard too, because Australia showed that they are very strong defensively, especially, and so I don't think that they will get a point against them. By the way, Paraguay has finished the World Cup qualification league on the 6th place with a whole of 28 points out of 18 games. The next team I want to talk about is Mexico. Mexico has played in 18 World Cups, and the first time was in 1930. The best result was in 1970 and in 1986. They have also played in 26 CONCACAF championships, and they have won that tournament 13 times. They've also played in 4 CONCACAF Nations Leagues, and they have won that tournament in 2015. They've also played in 11 Copa Americas, and they have finished second in 1993 and in 2001. The best players are Raúl Jiménez from Fulham, Edson Alvarez from Fenerbahce Istanbul, Johan Vázquez from Genoa, Julián Quinones from Al-Qadisiyah, and Santiago Jiménez from AC Milan. Mexico are playing in World Cup Group A together with South Africa, South Korea, and Czechia. And my prediction for them is that they will finish on the 2nd place behind South Korea, because before South Korea's win against Czechia, I would have said that they will finish on the 2nd place behind Czech, but that game has changed my prediction. Of course, I think that Mexico is just as strong as their fans are, and as long as their fans support them, I think they can make it further than some people might think. Of course, Mexico had already been qualified for this World Cup because they are one of the hosts. Let's continue with the Canadian national team. Canada has played in 3 World Cups. In their first one, they have played in 1986. They've always went out in the group stage. They also played in 20 CONCACAF championships, and they won that competition in 1985 and in 2000. They have also played in 4 CONCACAF Nations Leagues, and they were the runners-up in 2023. The best players are Alphonso Davies from FC Bayern, Jonathan David from Juventus Turin, Stephen Eustaquio from FC Porto, Tajon Buchanan from FC Villarreal, Ismail Kone from Olympique Marseille. Canada are playing in World Cup Group B together with Switzerland, Qatar and Bosnia-Herzegovina. My prediction after the first game that they have played, which ended in a 1-1 draw against Bosnia, is that they are gonna finish on the 3rd place. I personally believe that Bosnia and Switzerland will both fight their way into the first places. Now, I'm not saying that Canada is not going to fight, but I see a little difference, a quality difference between Canada and those other teams. Still, I think that Canada, with the support of their fans, will make it to the route of 32. Canada, as a host of this World Cup, was already qualified for this World Cup. The next team on my list is Uruguay. Uruguay has played in 15 World Cups. They have won the tournament in 1930 and in 1950. They have also won the World Gold Cup in 1980. They have also played in 46 CONMEBOL Copa America tournaments, and they have won that tournament 15 times. The best players are Federico Valverde from Real Madrid, Ronald Araujo from FC Barcelona, Rodrigo Bentancur from Tottenham, Darwin Núñez from Liverpool, Manuel Ugarte from Manchester United. Uruguay are playing in World Cup Group H together with Spain, Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia. Spain only played a 0-0 draw in their first game against Cape Verde. I still think that Spain will catch themselves and beat Uruguay and Saudi Arabia. I also believe that Uruguay will have their problems with Cape Verde, but I still believe that they are gonna get that win. Uruguay has had a draw against Saudi Arabia in their first game, but I think that they will win against Cape Verde. If they won't, that would be surprising. I don't know anything, but that anything is possible. Uruguay has qualified for this World Cup by finishing the CONMEBOL Quali League on the 4th place with a whole of 28 points out of 18 games, 10 points behind the first place Argentina. The next team I want to talk about is Colombia. Colombia has played in 7 World Cups. The first one they have played in 1962. The best result they had in 2014 when they made their way into the quarterfinals. Colombia has also played in 24 Copa Americas and they have won that tournament in 2001. They have also played in 3 CONCACAF Gold Cups in which they made it onto the 2nd place in 2000. Colombia's best players are Luis Diaz from FC Bayern, James Rodriguez from Minnesota United, Davinson Sanchez from Galatasaray, and Juan Fernando Quintero from River Plate. Colombia is playing in World Cup Group K together with Portugal, Congo and Uzbekistan. My prediction for them is that they will finish on the 2nd place of that group, simply because I believe that they are the 2nd best team of that group, behind Portugal, quality-wise and quantity-wise. Colombia has qualified for the World Cup by finishing the CONMEBOL Quali League on the 3rd place, with 1 point behind Ecuador and 10 points behind Argentina. The next team I want to talk about is Brazil. Brazil has played in 23 World Cups so far. They have won the World Cup 5 times, in 1958, in 1962, in 1970, in 1994 and in 2002. They have also played in 38 Copa Americas and they have won the Copa 9 times. Brazil has also won the Confed Cup 4 times. Their best players are Vinicius Jr. from Real Madrid, Rafinha from FC Barcelona, Endrick from Olympique Lyon, Neymar from Santos, and Casemiro from Manchester United, Marquinhos from PSG, and Alisson Becker from Liverpool. Brazil is playing in World Cup Group C together with Scotland, Morocco and Haiti. And after their first game, which ended in a 1-1 draw against Morocco, I think that they will finish on the 1st place, because I believe that Brazil have a few more goals in them than Morocco has, due to the attacking quality that they have in their squad. After they made it through this group stage, I can see them making their way into the quarterfinals, maybe with a little luck into the semifinals. Brazil has qualified for this World Cup by finishing the CONMEBOL Quali League table on the 5th place with a whole of 28 points, 10 points behind Argentina. Now we have come to the, in my opinion, best American team in this World Cup, which is Argentina. Argentina has played in 19 World Cups and they have won the title 3 times, 1978 and 1986 and in 2022. Argentina has also played in 44 Copa Americas. They have won the title 16 times. Argentina is currently on the 1st place of the FIFA ranking. Their best players are Lionel Messi from Inter Miami, Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan, Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid, Alexis McAllister from Liverpool, Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea FC, Rodrigo De Paul from Inter Miami, and Emiliano Martinez from Aston Villa. Argentina is playing in World Cup Group J together with Austria, Jordan and Algeria. And they have won their first game against Algeria 3-0. They have proven that they are still as strong as they were 4 years ago, maybe even stronger than back then, because back then they started the tournament with a defeat against Saudi Arabia. This time they won, and Messi showed that he's in top form. Right now, from the start, he might even play the World Cup of his life, because back then there was a lot of pressure on him, as he had not won the World Cup back then, and everybody was comparing him to Maradona. And of course, back then he had his struggles with his new club, PSG, and he didn't feel so well there. He wasn't so happy there. Today, in 2026, his life and career is settled. He is already a world champion and he seems happy playing for Inter Miami. So it's really looking like Argentina might do it all again, because everything fits for them. And the place, the time, their fans are with them, stronger than ever. And Messi is in top form. The whole team is in a good form. They don't have anything to lose because they have already won. The pressure is off, so to say. I personally didn't expect Argentina to be that strong, which was a mistake I made in 2022 already. But after the first game, they have convinced me. Messi convinced me that they can do it again. So I gotta change my opinion on who I think is gonna win. And not just their Group J, but also this World Cup. I did say that Austria would win the Group J. But now, of course, I gotta reverse that prediction, because Argentina is back and Messi is too.